And like you already know, we have been counting down to this particular fixture right there in Garoua. It's the second game of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, looking to make things happen yet again after beating Egypt in match day 1. This time it's against Sudan, and we are ready and set to serve you the action. Call me the man with a plan, the one God chose. Overdose. Okoroji Chidoze after right here, ready, set, and willing to do the business alongside Ufoma Foskolo Egbamino. And of course, he's also ready for this one. Ufoma, how you doing?
A very good evening to you, Chidozie over DZ. It's great to be here 5 minutes before all the action kickoff, and of course I'm chumped up. Yeah, I'm ready to roll. Let's do the business, because Nigeria will get their qualification to the round of 16 in the next 90 minutes.
All right, so let's go. Without further ado, it's the national anthem of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. All right, so that done and dusted, we now go to the Super Eagles opponents. It's all about Sudan and their national anthem. Well, the Super Eagles of Nigeria have beaten Sudan 8 of their previous 14 meetings. This is meeting number 15, and it is an event that will see the Super Eagles of Nigeria looking to make things happen. A win today will bring back memories of the 2006 edition for the then and now coach of the Eagles, Austin Eguavon, as the Eagles look to break a preceding sequence of 4 consecutive finishes as group stage runners-up. Welcome once again. The starting lineup is right here, and I will serve you first with that of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. It is an unchanged starting 11 fielded by Coach Cerezo Austin Eguavon. It has Maduka Okoye in goal. Olaino will be at right back. At the heart of the Super Eagles defense, it's William Chostekong alongside Kenneth Omero, while Zaidu Sanusi of Porto will operate from the left back position. In midfield, it's Samuel Chukwueze, Joe Aribo, Wilfred Ndidi, and Moses Simon, while Kelechi Iheanacho partners Taiwo Awoni up front. For Sudan, it is Nigeria. Of course, just served you the lineup, but for Sudan, you have the Al Hilal goalkeeper Alil Abdallah Abu Shirin. He is the man in goal. Mustafa El Fadni is the man at right back. It's a centre-back pairing of Nema and Mustafa Kashom, while in jersey number 17 down the left-hand side of their defense will be Mazin Mohammadin. In midfield, it's Waliadin Kadire alongside Al Rashid, while you have Goma Abbas Omar, Yassin Hamed, and Omar Abdul Razig. And up front, it's a lone striker in Musab Eisa. right there also of Al Hilal in Sudan. We definitely will be catching up with Emmanuel Etim from time to time. He's right there in Garoua. And of course, just to feel Emmanuel's pulse. Emmanuel, how's the atmosphere right there?
Well, it's all Burberry overdose. Good afternoon to you, and also shout out to Informa. It's just kicked off out here at the stadium in Garoua. Looking forward to what is had. Like you rightly mentioned, this is a crucial fixture for the Nigerian team. A win takes them straight to the knockout phase of the competition.
All right, so thank you very, very much, Emmanuel Etim, on standby, ready to give us those incidents that you will not see on television, while we'll treat your ears to the imagination of sight. Kickoff, like he mentioned, right there in Garoua, and it is now time for me to get Ufoma on board and ask, what are your expectations from this one? A win today will see the Super Eagles qualify for the next phase in Cameroon. But when you look at the first game against Egypt, what are you really expecting from them today against Sudan?
Well, for me, it's very simple. A continuation of what we saw 4 days ago, Tuesday to be precise, when the Super Eagles utterly dominated their Egyptian counterparts. And, you know, I think that the scoreline actually flattered the Egyptians on that particular evening. If we were quite clinical in front of goal, should have actually won that game by 2 or 3 goals. I would want to see not just a repeat of that, but, you know, an improvement of what we actually saw that particular evening. The Super Eagles were very, very good on the ball. You know, build-up play was actually excellent. Their wing play, Moses Simon was a big tormentor for the Pharaohs that particular day. And of course, we dominated the middle of the park. I'm looking forward to seeing that against our opponents this evening, who, if you actually look at the records, it doesn't look good at all. Sudan have not won in their last 11 games. That is terrible. They've not won in 11 games. The highest they've got is 4 draws, and they've lost 7 times. Matter of fact, the last 6 games they've actually played, Sudan are yet to find the back of the net. Compare that to Nigeria's Super Eagles, and you want to think that there's only one result you should expect this evening. Convincing win, I should say, for Nigeria's team.
Well, of course, for those of you listening, Nigeria are in their home jersey as they launch an attack through a throw. It's in the box, it's a low one, and it is a goal! 2 minutes in, and the Super Eagles of Nigeria have already broken the deadlock. Samuel Chukwueze, the Villarreal man, he puts his name on the score sheet, and what a start for Nigeria in this fixture.
Refreshed by Coca-Cola.
Refreshment coming, courtesy Samuel Chukwueze, and of course Sufama. What a goal outside that one.
It was a brilliant start for Nigeria. I was just, wrapping up how I felt it was only going to be one way, and that's exactly what we're seeing after 2 minutes. It was a long throw from Ola, from the right-hand side. The Sudanese allowed the ball bounce. It fell to a Nigerian player, not particularly certain who that was, who set up Samuel Chukwueze, and he hit his left-footed shot to get past the goalkeeper. Well, he's just trying to answer the critics, because he did have a torrid time against the Pharaohs of Egypt. Not one of his better games, but what a way to start for the Villarreal man. And after 4 minutes of action, it's the Super Eagles 1, Sudan 0.
Well, the Super Eagles could have asked for a better start, even as Emmanuel is right there. Emmanuel, please tell us the atmosphere after that early goal from Samuel Chukwueze.
Well, it's I don't know how to feel. I think your description just follows everything. It was shocking, not surprising, but I don't know. It's just 2 minutes. This team looks like they've got the spirit of the 1980 side and the 1940. No one is. I don't even understand. It's the Nigerian team without expectations coming to Cameroon, but after 92 minutes and adding the first game overdose, it looks like these guys are hot-on favorites. Everyone in the press tribune, it was like, okay, we'll see this happen again. It's so much confidence, even on the bench. I don't know. I think we're witnessing a rebirth of something magical. It might just have taken Egypt and Sudan in the first 5 minutes. Well, These guys understand quality. And like Kufuma rightly mentioned, the fact that Chukwueze, in his words, had a horrid time against the Egyptians, and the manager didn't drop it. If he had placed him on the bench, he would have lost confidence. That's something Evo Boys is playing, that he can trust his players because he knows they've got quality.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Quality is what the Super Eagles team have got right now. The last time Samuel Chukwueze scored in the AFCON was against South Africa, and that was in the quarterfinal of the 2019 edition. I remember Nigeria won that game by 2-1 with Troost Ekong getting the second goal for Nigeria. But here comes Sudan now, looking to reply that early one, but Joe Aribo leaving the leg there, and a free kick to the Sudanese.
Brilliant start, I have to say, for Nigeria's Super Eagles. I was actually waiting to hear from Emmanuel what it looked like in the box right there where he's seated, amongst his fellow journalists, what it looked like for them right there, because I'm sure I remember covering when covering Nigerian games, we don't want to know whether we are supposed to be, we're not supposed to have, what's the word now? My English fails me. We're supposed to be fair on both sides, but hey, the Nigerian spirit in
not
you,
to have any bias.
Exactly, the Nigerian spirit in you just gets you pumped up, especially for such a crucial game like this. Brilliant start for the team, and it just makes it makes looking at Eguavon's team right now, and the very first time he managed Nigeria Super Eagles. If you're old enough to have watched the Super Eagles under Eguavon about 14 years ago, or there about 2006, or thereabout, they were a bit cautious. Maybe not as cautious as Genotro during his last 18 months as Super Eagles manager, but they were a bit cautious. However, it feels like over the years, Eguavon has learned to, drop a bit of that cautiousness, and he's told the boys, go out there, go have fun, express yourself. You heard Moses Simon talking about it at the press conference ahead of this game, that the difference between what he played on Tuesday against the Pharaohs and his game over the last 2 years for the Super Eagles is a change of tactics from the manager. His previous manager, was a bit safety first, but Eguavon has told him, go out to the field of play, have fun, enjoy yourself, and maybe that's why we're seeing this new team.
Maybe that's why we are seeing this new team, talking about a new crop of players looking to write their name in history, despite the fact that they had so short a time. And here comes Sudan. They're in the box now. It's Sudan with a shot there and a deflection. Oh my! But that wouldn't have counted, because Yassin Hamed, the number 15 man, looked to be the dangerous position for the Sudanese. But getting that ball, as we see the replay again, he was in an outside position, no doubt.
Well, Yassin Ahmed actually did speak at the press conference ahead of the game, and he talked about the fact that he would respect, or the team, Sudan, would respect Nigeria Super Eagles. But as far as they are concerned, they've got no fear, not going to have any form of fear against, the team that almost everybody, especially the neutrals, are now looking at as odds-on favorites. I'm not one of those, to be very honest. I like to keep my feet on the ground. But good news is that even the players themselves are not getting carried away after that 1-0 victory against Egypt. That being said, over those, you have to also worry for that central defense partnership. Once or twice, as good as we were against Egypt, you could see a little bit of that miscommunication between Omero and the captain of the side on the day, William Troost Ekong. We saw that a bit of gap in between the two of them. That's where the pass from Sudan came, and if not for that offside position, maybe we could have been talking about something else.
Maybe we could have been talking about something else. Sudan are still asking questions. Here come the number 9 man, Omar Abdulrazik, but Nigeria now will reclaim possession in their half. As Zaidu Sanusi takes a long one down the left-hand side. Picks up Moses Simon now to Joe Aribo. Beats one, tries to beat two, and Sudan lose possession, only to give it back. Wilfred Ndidi now, the big man for Leicester, giving away the ball. And here come the Sudanese team in all red. A red shirt, red shorts, and red socks with a touch of white, but a little bit ambitious there from, of course, the Sudanese player. Down the right-hand side, Guma Abbas. the number 11 man, looking to go for glory that time.
10 minutes of action over DZ, and I would have to say that since the second minute that the ball got into the back of the net through the Villarreal man, Samuel Chukwueze, the Nigerian team has tailed off a bit. Not a long time, I have to say, in the game for us to start making too much judgment, but there's been some... It's not been as, the passes haven't been as great. The balls in the final third haven't been as great. Maybe I'm a bit critical because it's just 10 minutes of action. But, since that goal, it seems to be some relaxation. I hope not.
Well, the last time the Super Eagles of Nigeria met Sudan in the AFCON, that was as far back as 1976 when Ethiopia hosted that tournament.
And they thrashed us.
And we actually won that game 1-0.
Well, actually, they thrashed us in the very first time we met them in 1963. That was our very first Nations Cup.
Exactly.
And in the 60s, I think Sudan were were a powerhouse. They were a strong team. Guess what they beat us, people? They beat us 4-0. Like, they flogged Beta Koboko, right? They flogged 4-0. That ensured we did not get through to the final of the tournament. Because back then, there was no knockout stages. When you top the group, that qualifies you straight up, to the final. Nigeria missed out in 1963, but we had our revenge over DZ in 76. We beat them 1-0 in our second group game.
Osinyan.
Yep, and then we qualified for the final. Unfortunately for us, Morocco beat us in that final, and that's the one and only time Morocco have won the Nations Cup.
A header right there, looking to find its way on target from Samuel Chukwueze, but completely misjudged his jump as the Sudanese come forward now. Kenneth Omero on Musab Asa, the number 25 man, are looking for, of course, his teammate in jersey number 11, Goma Abbas Omar, but straight to Maduka Okoye in goal. Hasn't had much to do from talking about shot stopper Maduka Okoye, who kept a clean sheet on Tuesday against Egypt. And I recall a very crucial save he made in the second half with his leg.
Yep. Crucial save. That save is the difference between the whole talk of the Super Eagles being favorites or not. Because I've been saying for the last 2 or 3 days, 8, 9 out of 10 times, Mohamed Salah, you would think, will put the ball in the back of the net. At that point in time, it was a good move from Maduka Okoye to actually come out, make himself big, and deny the spaces for Mohamed Salah, who couldn't get clean connection to that through pass that actually came to him. We were thinking Salah was in an offside position. It turned out he was actually on. And if that ball had gotten into the back of the net, for all the great things the Super Eagles did that day against Egypt, the game probably would have ended 1-1. And I'm sure, all of the high expectations fans and us journalists actually would have been a little measured.
Well, Buhan Tia is the manager of the Sudanese team, coming into this game with high hopes and high spirits, hoping that his players can translate that on the field of play as Moses Simon gives away a throw. 12 minutes gone. Nigeria getting that early goal through Samuel Chukwueze. And here they come now. It's Alfred Nee, the number 12 man with the throw. But Nigeria will pick the ball up, looking to cause problems. Taiwo Awuni trying to bring it down. But of course, no foul there. And here they come now, the red. In, of course, a very dangerous position. It's Yasin Ahmed in the box. Trustekong in front of him. He tries to beat the Watford man, but he comes off Trustekong. And it will be a corner to Sudan. Even as Trus believes the last touch came off Yasin Ahmed, but the referee having none of it.
Overdose, I have to say that since we scored the goal, I'm still repeating myself, maybe sounding like a broken record. Sudan have actually been better on the ball since we actually scored that very first goal. Their passes have been better, even though they haven't created much in the final third.
A corner already taken. Kelechi Iheanacho looked to get things in motion, but was stopped, and quite comfortable one from the midfield player, Al Rashid, in jersey number 14. Maduka Okoye claiming that one comfortably. The Super Eagles building from the back now. Kenneth Omero to his right-hand side. Olaino is right there, but no way for him, so he goes back to Trustekong. Joe Aribo will get involved as they switch it to the left now. Zaidu Sanusi to Aribo, and of course the deep one in, looking for the run of Moses Simon and committing Mustafa El Fadni for a throw to the Super Eagles. A thumbs up there from the Nantes player. Moses Simon was so Don't know the word to use, whether good or excellent in that game against Egypt.
Excellent should be the word. Yes, a few of his final balls left a lot to be desired, but he was a thorn in the flesh of the Pharaohs on Tuesday evening, such that the manager had to, put at least 2-3 players every time he was on the ball. Remember, it was his cross that was not headed out properly that, of course, Joe Aribo knocked down for Kelechi Iheanacho, who rifled that one past the Pharaohs. He was excellent in that game. I would love to see, a little more finesse when it comes to his final balls. If he does that, well, Moses Simon will be a world beater.
Well, talking about being a world beater, the Super Eagles are looking to also do that, having in mind the World Cup coming up much later this year. But then it's Sudan now who have possession, building from the back now, as the midfield man, Walidin Kadir, has possession, but he gives it away. Now Moses Simon will come forward down the left-hand channel. Still Moses Simon. He, of course, goes round and round, still confident and classy, but a bit of a gamble for the player who's still in possession. Moses Simon now decides to go all the way down to find Zaidu Sanusi. Now Wilfred Ndidi comes to help out, and he's back to Sanusi, who goes all the way back to Kenneth Omero. The Super Eagles of Nigeria still down that left-hand channel. A wonderful turn there as Moses Simon cannot keep it in play. And he goes out for a throw to Sudan.
Unfortunately for Simon at that point in time, overdose, he really didn't take the very best of decisions. Nigeria stole the ball in the middle of the park and had about 4-5 players against 4-5 defenders of Sudan. There were about 3 players for the Super Eagles actually waiting for a pass from Moses Simon. Unfortunately, at that point in time, he was only interested in taking on about 2-3 players. Ended up getting into a spot where, a blind spot, and Nigeria's counter-attack at that point in time went begging.
Well, the counter-attack went begging, but the Super Eagles showing superiority in this game. After that first goal, they seem to be jittering some parts of the pitch, but here they come now. Taiwo Awoniyi, the Union Berlin man, feeds Samuel Chukwueze, the goal scorer. Our liner is ahead of him, but it's still Chukwueze with a cheeky one into the box, blocked by a plethora of red shirts. And of course, Yasin Ahmed will thrive away now with the ball. Closely followed by Chukwueze. The number 15 man still going. He's brought down. Would that be a foul? I don't think so.
I think so. It will be. Doesn't look like he was given.
It wasn't given.
Well, the referee deemed it a question of shoulder to shoulder. You have to say good job there by the Villarreal attacker, Samuel Chukwueze. He was a bit selfish in that Nigerian build-up, caught into his favorite left foot and was trying to have a coiler. It was blocked off, and from there, Sudan had a quick counter-attack, but he made sure he followed the run of Yasin Ahmed, and just when I thought it was going to be a free kick against the Super Eagles, well, the referee felt it wasn't.
Well, talking about that free kick wasn't given as Joe Aribo loses possession now, and it will be Kadri to pick it up, only to give it away almost immediately. The Super Eagles of Nigeria looking to build on Tuesday's win, even as the number 11 man, Goma Abbas Omar, is the one player the Super Eagles should watch out for. Giving the ball away yet again, the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And this time it will be Sudan to attack. But Wilfred Ndidi mops it up as always. Tries to find that pass and that space. But eventually he's brought down after the ball ricocheted off the Sudanese player. And of course, the free kick already taken. Kelechi Iheanacho was the man he was looking for. But Sudan will recover now in their own half. A great play from Sudan. Taking the game to the Super Eagles. It's Chukwueze now looking for the run of Taiwo Awoniyi. And that interception takes it out for throwing to Nigeria.
In quick succession overdose, we've seen 2 absolutely, I wouldn't say wonderful now because it didn't come off, but the idea behind the 2 balls that are threaded, first from Wilfred Ndidi and then another from Samuel Chukwueze, Ndidi was trying to find Moses Simon, but he was cut off, and then Chukwueze was also trying to find Taiwo Awoniyi, who was running in behind the Sudanese defense. It was also cut off. Could have been 2 great opportunities for the Nigerian team.
Well, it was Moses Simon who gave that assist from the throw that led to the goal. Moses Simon will be credited with the assist. Samuel Chukwueze with a goal.
Great
as
one.
we look at it again. Just found that space between the legs of the defender.
And unfortunately for the goalkeeper, he had two of his players in front in his sight, so he couldn't see when the ball actually came. It was very close to him.
Yeah.
He didn't see the ball coming. Before he could, it had rolled past him into the back of the net. And what a brilliant start for the Super Eagles.
So 19, make it 20 minutes gone. Nigeria 1, Sudan no goal. Emmanuel, when you look at the team so far from where you're positioned, what will be your assessment of the team so far? How will you rate the Super Eagles and the way they've been able to at least hold on to the ball as well as play the first 20 minutes of this fixture? Are you there, Emmanuel? All right, we'll try and connect with him.
He's drinking Ogogoro.
We'll try and connect with him. And of course,
he's looking at Cameroonian women.
online over the throw right there inside the box. It's a header from Wilfred Ndidi. The Sudanese will try to clear their lines, and they do so quite confidently. I wonder what Chidi is doing in the studio now. But here come the Super Eagles. Samuel Chukwueze with a wonderful one. Samuel Chukwueze there. Still has possession this time. He goes up. And the Sudanese defender, I think it was Mustafa Al-Fadni there, heading to his goalkeeper to gather that one easily. So, for those of you just tuned in, 21 minutes gone. It's still Nigeria 1, Sudan no goal, I should say. Refreshment, courtesy Coca-Cola. And of course, MTN being big, proud sponsors of Nigerian football. They're backing the Super Eagles. And the Super Eagles already looking good for the win. 1-0. Inside the first 20 minutes of this fixture. But we've not really seen so many goals except the Cameroon-Ethiopia game where 4 goals were scored by Cameroon and that one from Ethiopia. Do you think this game will go that channel? Too many goals to expect in this fixture?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think we'll probably see 2 or 3 goals in this particular game. I'm not sure it's going to be as much as 5 as we saw in the Cameroon versus Ethiopia encounter, but be that as it may, over this year, I honestly think we'll most likely see a lot more better play when the round of 16 gets into gear. Let's not forget that preparations for this tournament for a lot of the teams was not the very best. Players were not released on time. A lot of the teams, are trying to get into their rhythm with the games when they're supposed to have done that with tune-up matches before the game. So I think as the competition progresses, we would see a lot better play from the teams.
Talking about better play, the Super Eagles have been better in terms of their gameplay. As Samuel Chukwueze down the left-hand channel now has possession. Gives it to Olaino. Wonderful footwork from Olaino to skip past 1 and now 2. He goes to the ground there under the challenge and gets the free kick from the referee.
It's honestly great to actually see, Olaino with his runs. We've seen a lot of him over the last 2 seasons. First, Fulham, and then, of course, he made that move to the Italian Serie A. And to a large extent, he's actually doing, quite great. Was brilliant, especially in the second 45 minutes against the Pharaohs of Egypt. And, of course, we're seeing a lot of that also in this particular game. Just try to go past 3 players, and one way or the other, they brought him down. Nigeria earned a free kick from that instance.
Well, the referee for today, should I mention, is Victor Miguel de Freitas Gomez. Is the man in charge of proceedings as the big man for Sierra Leone, or should I say Sudan, rather. Musab Asa comes forward. Now Goma, Abbas Gomel will have possession. It's Goma now, still moving in and looking to get the shot, but feeds it to Kader. It's a crossing. And the Sudanese man could not get to that one, so they recycle. This time it will be Mohamedin. He gives it to the number 21 man now, Kader. And a swinger there, but nobody getting to the end of that. And out it goes for a goal kick to Nigeria.
Credit overdose to the Sudanese team. They did concede a very, very early goal just before the 3rd minute in this particular game, but they've not allowed that, phase them. They've actually, been in this game creating if you have chances here and there, making those moves, unfortunately for them, when they get to the final third, the decision making hasn't been great. You saw that good move they made just a few seconds ago, crossed into the box. Unfortunately, the man that he was targeted at just didn't get to it because it was a little harder than it should have been.
Well, talking about harder than it should have been, a whole lot of people expected the game against Egypt, which the Super Eagles won, expected it to have been harder than it was, but the Super Eagles navigating away and looking to do the same today. A long pass there trying to find Chukwueze. Of course, ending out for throw to Sudan from Kenneth Omero at that time. And looking at Omero, one would tend to say he looks fit and sharper. I mean, he shed a bit of weight, Kenneth.
There were doubts actually after he was stretched out. Remember, against the Pharaohs of Egypt,
Yeah.
Semi Ajayi actually came on in his place in that game. There were doubts he would most likely not be in this game, but it's great to see that he's recovered. One of our better players, I have to admit. I think he's our best central defender at this tournament. I do not actually have so much confidence in the man who holds the captain's armband. Talking about William Troost-Ekong.
Well, Taiwo Awoniyi now coming down the left-hand channel, but the number 5 man for Sudan, Nema, all over him, decides to go all the way back to Zaidu Sanusi, who takes it further back now to William Troost-Ekong. Ekong now looking to see what he can do. Now in Sudan's half. Sidesteps and gives it to Olaino. And now Chukwueze. Still Samuel Chukwueze now. He feeds Senior Man Kels. Kelechi Iheanacho looking for the pass and finding it at the shot there. But a block from the number 5 man. Talking about Neymar, but Kelechi Iheanacho with a well-taken pass to find Taiwo Awoniyi. His effort out. And the Super Eagles win a corner.
That's a sumptuous move, I have to say. Best move of the game. Well, apart from the one that led to the goal. Best move of the game, I have to say. Great interchange of passing there and great spot from Kelechi Iheanacho. Awoniyi just didn't get enough connection.
Samuel Chukwueze now swings that corner in, but easily guarded by the goalkeeper Ali Abdallah Abu Esherin, and he quickly takes it in. Of course, talking about the kick, looking to find Yasin Ahmed, but the Super Eagles now come away with this one. It's Samuel Chukwueze getting the ball from Olaino, still the Villarreal man looking for that space to find Iheanacho, but the Sudanese will come clear and they regain possession. In midfield is Al Rashid. Al Rashid now swings it all the way down the left hand side to find Mustafa El Fadni. El Fadni now to Kader, Waladin Kader. Tongue twisting names, I must say, from the Sudanese team. And of course, they're looking to see what they can do. Now Mazin Mohamedin deep in, of course, gets the pass to the number 15 man. It's a bit of a give and go, but not materializing. Or lying over the block. Joe Rebo will pick up for the Super Eagles. Gives away possession yet again. Now Al-Rashid this time finds the number 11 man, Goma Obas Amar. And of course, winning it back there, the Rangers man Aribo. And here come the Super Eagles in Didi to Moses Simon. Moses Simon still keeping the ball at his feet. Oh, lovely move there from Moses Simon. And this time, it will be Samuel Chukwueze to pick it up down the right-hand channel. It's Samuel Chukwueze with that magical effort. The goal scorer of Nigeria's goal in this game, 27 minutes gone. And of course, it will be a corner kick to the Super Eagles. Yet another corner, but the Super Eagles look quite purposeful moving forward, you have to say.
Yes, I would agree with that. It's turned around since I made that bit of criticism about 17 minutes ago. The build-up play has actually been good. Maybe still a little bit of tweak needed in the final pass when they get forward, but you never can tell. Something coming out of this set piece.
Wow. An in-swinger there. The goalkeeper goes to the ground, but Taiwo Awoniyi will put it back into the box. And it's headed clear by the Sudanese, Moses Simon. And now Kenneth Omero, the Super Eagles, still in Sudan's half. But he goes all the way to Olaino. And he knocks it further down to Maduka Okoye. That's like the second or third time he's touched the ball today. Maduka Okoye, the man who signed for Watford. He clears it long downfield. Kelechi Iheanacho tried to get a header, but the Sudanese conquering on that occasion, and they come forward now through Omar Abdul Razik, the number 9 man down the left-hand channel. But the Super Eagles thwart that effort, and Samuel Chukwueze comes away with the ball now. It's Chukwueze, has 1, 2, 3 white and green shirts in front of him. He takes it in. Kelechi Iheanacho with the control, but not given enough chance to actually execute what he had in mind. But it's still the Super Eagles. Zaidu Sanusi now to Moses Simon. Moses Simon still with the ball, tries to deceive his marker, successfully does so. Wilfred Ndidi now with the ball, looking for the best option and knocks it in. And looking for Joe Aribo. Good control. But does he give it away? Yes, he does. It's Sudan now who will come clear. And of course, the Sudanese players on the ground. So the ball will be rolled out. And he will be attended to the big man right there. Number 25, Musab Issa, who plays for Hilal El Obeid right there in Sudan. So 29 minutes gone in this game. Nigeria still leads Sudan by 1-0. And it is worthy of mention. Refreshment, courtesy Coca-Cola, who are part of the broadcast, as well as MTN, big and proud supporters of Nigerian football. But 30 minutes strong, and the Super Eagles still lead by 1 goal. You think they should have gotten more goals in this game, the Super Eagles, Ufoma?
Well, on the balance of chances created, maybe not. Because since that goal, neither of the two teams have actually created clear-cut opportunities. There've been a few half chances here and there, a few good moves, that the final ball, either is not good enough or doesn't get to the player. So in that instance, I think the 1-0 scoreline is a bit of a fair reflection of what we see. Even as we see a replay of the corner kick, that was taken about 2 minutes ago, where the Sudanese goalkeeper, I honestly don't know where he was going, but in an attempt to go get the ball from the air, he mistimed and misjudged that one, fell to the floor. Unfortunately rather for him, there was no Super Eagles player, and the ball didn't really bounce in the front of any Super Eagles player. Just when it did, it was in a bit of an acute angle where he could not be hurt.
Well, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, no doubt, are looking to hot Sudan as play resumes. Half an hour of football gone in Garoua, where the Super Eagles are leading. In case you just tuned in into the broadcast, we're serving you live commentaries right here on 99.3 Nigeria in first. Goma comes down the right hand side. It's a give and go, and of course it will be a block there. Takes that one out. Wilfred Ndidi doing a yeoman's job. I think it was Zaidu Sanusi that time, beg your pardon. So the number 12 man allowing Goma to just follow him and escort him, as well as the ball out for a goal kick. But look at that again. The number 14 man there, Al Rashid, and Goma, the number 11 man, looking to hurt Nigeria on that occasion, but it did not materialize for them.
Great defending there from Sanusi. Ensured that he saw the run of I think the right back of Sudan, who was trying to get into that 1-2 from his teammate. Ensured he blocked off the channel, and the ball rolling out of touch for a goal kick.
That has already been played, even as William Chustekong looked to find Taiwa Wuni with a long ball up front. But the Sudanese have gathered that one as the right back now. Mustafa El Fadni is a long ball in, looking for the run of Goma. But Joe Aribo getting that ball off Kenneth Omero, and another long ball from the Super Eagles.
I think it's becoming a pattern. It's becoming a pattern in the last five.
Not to work for them.
Yeah, in the last 5-7 minutes, they've tried a lot of these long balls. It really just hasn't worked out well. The runs from Kelechi Iheanacho and Taiwo Awoniyi haven't really been found. So maybe the guys in the middle of the park, from Wilfred Ndidi to Joe Aribo, maybe they should try something else.
Maybe they should try something else. As Kenneth Omero now with a long one, looking for the run of Moses Simon, and he's looking to beat the number 12 man, Mustafa El Fadni, Said, and he knocks it out. Talking about Said for throwing to the Super Eagles down the left-hand side, or should I say the right-hand side of Sudan's half, the left-hand side of our screens there. Zaidu Sanusi is the man to take the throw. Finds Kelechi Iheanacho and gets it almost immediately. Sanusi now chooses the option of Joe Aribo. Aribo now back to Iheanacho. The Super Eagles just outside the Sudanese box and taking it further down. Olaino now will find Samuel Chukwueze. who tried to embark on that run. But the number 17 man, Mazin Mohamedin, with the block there, and another throw this time on the other end for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So 33 minutes gone, Olaina with the throw. The Super Eagles still lead by that solitary goal scored by Samuel Chukwueze, and they give away possession now. Wonderful move from the number 15 man, Yasin Ahmed. But the Super Eagles again lose possession, and Sudan will this time take things easy as they try to orchestrate a way to break down the Super Eagles, but they give away possession while trying to do so. Now here comes Taiwo Awoniyi, the Union Berlin man, just close to the center circle, winning the ball and giving it back, this time to Kenneth Omero. Omero goes down the right-hand channel to find Olaina. Aino now to Kelechi Iheanacho, falling deep to get the ball, gives it to his captain Trustekong, and now Kenneth Omero again. This time he goes left where Zaidu Sanusi is waiting. He tries to feed Moses Simon, goes to the ground, and that will undoubtedly be a free kick to the Super Eagles from the left-hand channel. The culprit, Mustafa El Fadni, was too close and he left the leg there while trying to recover the ball. So it will be a free kick to the Super Eagles of Nigeria, to be taken by Moses Simon, the Nanceman, who so far in this tournament has really shown skill, especially in that game against Egypt. Had a very, very fun-filled day. But can they hurt the Sudanese now? These Eagles, led by Austin Eguavo, who has not sat down since the start of this game. He's been on the touchline, backing instructions. He calls it in. It's a shot there from William Trustekong that time. And a great save from the goalkeeper. Was a point-blank shot as the Sudanese try to launch a counter-attack. But Joe Aribo recovers. And now it will be Samuel Chukwueze. The Super Eagles are not done yet. On top of the game and looking to be on top of the opposition. Wonderful pass. It's Joe Aribo with a shot there. And he hits the post. Oh, my goodness.
It didn't go in.
It did not cross the line.
And I was celebrating already. My goodness.
Oh, no. The ball did not cross the line. And this is where we'll have to bring Emmanuel Etim in. But great play from the Super Eagles. I mean, Emmanuel, how the fans reacting? We thought here that ball had crossed the line.
Well, we thought same here also over those at the tribune. I don't know. Upoman seems a bit harsh on the players today.
I was celebrating already.
But again, I mean, it's incredible because I don't know how that stayed out. It's shocking, but it's the reality of things at the moment. The Sudanese goalkeeper, Ali Abdallah,
That's a hand.
Is down on the top. But the fans are just frustrated a bit because they've had opportunities to get a second.
No, he didn't cross the line. Wow, he hasn't come. But what do you make of the Eagles so far, Emmanuel? I mean, looking at the way they've played, how will you judge them? What will be your scorecard?
Well, I'll give them a 6. I'll give them a 6 because they've got the goal. I think it's going to be frustrating since they scored that goal up until this brilliant 2-second moment. It's going to be a flat performance, and some are whispering the Ghetto Throw spirit is back in the team. We're trying to cast it out at least before halftime.
We should indeed cast it out. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Of course, our eye right there in Garua. Even as Cerezo Eguavo has finally taken a seat there with his gum, chewing away.
My guy.
You tend to believe that some of the coaches who really think so much in terms of tactics just tend to chew gum in order to, keep their brain working.
No, it helps you. Chewing gums actually helps you. It helps your what's the word now? It helps your nerves. Mm-hmm. It keeps you. It just keeps you going, so to speak. I think it's been a breath of fresh air actually watching the Super Eagles because over the last 18 months or thereabout, it was a struggle watching Nigeria. Let me be very honest. I stopped watching. I just could not. In fact, that's why I joined the set of persons who are asking for Genotro to act. Let's not kid ourselves. Genotro came at the time when we really needed him. Remember that the football scene in the country was chaotic. After we had won the Nations Cup in 2013, we then failed to qualify for the next tournament in 2015, and then topped it up again with a lack of qualification 2 years later. That's talking about 2017. So at that point in time, our football was very, very chaotic. But of course, Genotro came, was a stabilizing figure, ensured that we made it through to the World Cup in 2018, and then another Nations Cup in 2019, where we went all the way to our famous Golden Bronze. But that being said, after that Nations Cup, it just felt that we had gotten to the point, where we couldn't get above that again, and the only place to go was a downward spiral. And unfortunately, the manager just managed the team in such a way that not only were they not getting, they were getting results here and there, but it now got to a point where even when they were getting the results, the play was horrible, and then they started losing games. They lost 2 games at home here. They allowed a team come from 4 goals down to actually draw them 4-4. It just wasn't right at all. And of course, a lot of Nigerians just felt, hey, we had gotten to the end of the road for this man. And of course, maybe you could call it new manager bounce, because we always see this when a new manager takes center stage in a team. But the good news is that there's a breath of fresh air. The team feels like the Super Eagles we are used to, where even when they lose, you just shake your head and say, oh well, maybe it was not our day, but you enjoyed the fact that they put up a great showing. That's what we saw against the Pharaohs of Egypt on Tuesday, and that's what we're seeing after 41 minutes.
All right, so 41 minutes gone. Nigeria still holding on to that 3rd-minute strike from the Villarreal man, Samuel Chukwueze. I recall before Nigeria got to Cameroon, there was a video of Samuel Chukwueze's mother praying on his legs.
I saw that video too.
And I'm sure she will be quite happy with what he's been able to do in the game today. If I recall, one of her words was that he becomes the Joshua that will lead the Eagles to the promised land. Well, here the Super Eagles come looking to further add to their lead now. Joe Aribo, wonderful skill from him. The Rangers man looking for Taiwo Awoniyi. He gets it on the turn. It's a return pass, and Joe Aribo just could not finish that one. You look at the smile on Taiwo Awoniyi's face. That was good football right there. Absolutely. But Joe,
goodness me.
Oh my
goodness.
This
is the Super Eagles I grew up watching. Absolutely amazing move. Great turn from the Rangers man to shake off his marker, and then a good pass into Taiwo Awoniyi, who also, with a quick turn, got past his marker. Just when you thought he was going to take the shot, he realized that he was in a difficult angle, and he pulled the ball back into the area. You would expect that Joe Aribo from 3-4 yards out should have been able to put the ball in the back of the net. Unfortunately, I think he was a bit confused whether to go with his favorite left foot or his right. He ended up with his right, and just not enough on it to actually put the ball in the back of the net. But that was an outstanding move from Nigeria Super Eagles.
Well, an outstanding move from the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and you could see the reaction on his face, slapping the garret off in disappointment with his palm. He knows that that should have found the back of the net in some way. But the Super Eagles of Nigeria still holding on to that lead, even as the referee now has stopped the game. So I'm talking to right there to the Sudanese, Victor Miguel de Freitas Gomez. And that was the number 5 man, the captain of the side, Neymar, leaving a leg on Taiwo Awoniyi as he tried to tackle for the ball. Maybe getting his final one in from the referee on that occasion. But the Super Eagles building from the back as always. Kenneth Omero now finds his captain, Trustekon, goes down the right to find Chukwueze. Senior man Kells will get involved. But it is the number 9 man of Sudan who was the ball, and Taiwo Awoniyi now coming to the party to help Kelechi Iheanacho. But again, that effort not yielding anything positive as they go down the right-hand side now, Sudan. Zaidu Sanusi tried to win the ball, but goes to the ground. And the Sudanese will continue their build-up as they look to at least get a goal before the end of this first half. Down the right they come. Mustafa El Fadni with a long ball in, looking for Musab Isa. But again, Kenneth Omero stepping up that time to intercept. A long ball finding the head of Taiwa Wuni, but also finding the feet of the Sudanese captain. But Joe Aribo will gather this one. The loose ball, that is. Wilfred Ndidi now strikes it right-hand side to find Olaino. Olaino now with a wonderful move, but again blocked by the number 9 man, Omar Abdul Razig. He also is a player of Al Hilal, the number 9 player for Sudan. The throw already taken to the back to find Trustekong. A long one. Switching the play to find Zaidu Sanusi. Zaidu Sanusi now to Joe Aribo, who takes it all the way back now to Kenneth Omero. The Super Eagles just beating their time, not in a rush, as they know that they just have to build and start from the ground. But here comes Chukwueze now. Lovely ball down the left-hand side. It's Chukwueze with those mazy runs, the twisting and the turning. Still Chukwueze with the ball as he tried to pass that time. And the player bringing him down. Oh, the number 9 man, Abdul Razig, is the player who is the culprit on that occasion. Just held the leg of Chukwueze there as he tried to pass that ball. So free kick to Nigeria with 44 minutes played and still that one goal in the bag. The goal scorer winning the foul, Samuel Chukwueze. As you see, Austin Eguavo trying to arrange his team, at least from the sidelines. Kelechi Iheanacho is the man who will take this one and swings it in. And of course, it's Trustekong with a header. And it's another goal! Nigeria have gotten a second goal, but the celebrations are mixed. But Taiwa Wani will not care. He is the man who got his head to it. I don't know if that goal will stand. The Sudanese players are protesting. But as the fourth official has shown 3 minutes of added time. But it is Nigeria who will be looking to see out this game in grand style. And of course, you already know it's all about refreshment.
Refreshed by Coca-Cola.
A free kick coming in from Kelechi Iheanacho. Trustekong got his head to it. And then Meya. And then Awadi. And then into the back of the net. I don't know if he was in an offside position when the ball got to him. Taiwa Wani.
No, actually he wasn't. It was a ricochet, to be honest. He knew absolutely little about it, but you know, fortune smiles on you sometimes. He did miss a great opportunity earlier, but that cross was brilliant. William Trustekong actually got his head to it, you know, directing it onto goal, but he hit the Sudanese defender who actually kept everybody on, and then hit the head of the onrushing Taiwo Woni, who knew very little about it. But hey, that's what happened. Just guided itself, the ball, after hitting his head into the back of the net. This is his second start for Nigeria Super Eagles, and he's gotten for himself a goal for the team. What an occasion to actually have it. Is the Super Eagles who now lead by 2-0.
So the Super Eagles of Nigeria getting that second goal confirmed. VAR will not cancel it. And it's the Union Berlin man, Taiwa Wani, who has made it goal number 2 with 3 minutes of added time shown by the fourth official, as Nigeria will go into the halftime break, the stronger of the two teams. And quite frankly, they've earned the right to be 2 goals ahead. Trustekong now looking to finish with a flourish, a long ball. But then again, Moses Simon and not chasing, as Sudan will recycle the ball there. Moses Simon now causing some bit of problem. Taiwa Wuni will get involved. And the goalkeeper decides to clear long. Abdullah Abu Asherin. And right there, still Sudan looking to cause problems. Joe Aribo with a block right there, and the number 11 man Goma. And this time the referee blows, quickly taking the free kick by Sudan. But Joe Aribo once again being the orchestrator to thwart the effort. And Wilfred Ndidi comes strong. And this time it will be a card, I think, or a free kick. Okay, final warning to Al Rashid, the number 14 man of Sudan. And the Super Eagles now this time down the left. Moses Simon. Oh, wonderful ball to Joe Aribo. And now Wilfred Ndidi finding Taiwa Wuni in the box. But he is, of course, pressured as he goes out of the box now. Still holding the ball. And, of course, winning the free kick right there. Or should I say the throw-in, actually.
Yeah, throw-in, actually.
But it will not be actually thrown into the field of play because the referee, Victor Miguel de Freitas Gomez, has brought the first half to an end right there in Garoua. And after the first 45 minutes, the Super Eagles of Nigeria lead by 2-0. A 3rd-minute strike from Samuel Chukwueze, and then a closing moment saw Taiwo Awoniyi with a second goal. Not one. He actually wanted to score that way, but they all count, don't they? And in Garoua, it's halftime. Nigeria leading Sudan by 2-0. Before I hand over to Sam to get your thoughts on this one, Emmanuel, quickly, I'll come to you. What a way to finish that half. What do you make of that Taiwo Awoniyi goal? Just as the Super Eagles of Nigeria were looking to finish that half strong.
Well, a bit wrong as the goal was, but we'll take it.
We don't care. We don't care.
Yeah, I know, we really do not care. You mentioned here, we looked at it. At a point, not sure the captain showed that maybe they did. But the referee had the Sudanese players hovering around him. And the captain in particular was questioning that decision. But it's been given. The Nigerian team are the happier. Surprisingly, over those quickly, the performance over 90 minutes against Egypt is way better than this, despite that we've seen 2 goals. But you know, football can be funny. As I mentioned earlier when Brown scored, at this stage of the competition, all that matters is qualification. So as the players walk into the dugout, they've got smiles on their faces, but they know they've got to be better in the second 45.
All right, thank you very much, Emmanuel. Of course, refreshment courtesy Coca-Cola and MTN are big sponsors and supporters of Nigerian football, surely making that one happen. It's our time in Garoua, where the Super Eagles are leading or are actually on top of their game by 2-0 right there in that one. We'll give way now for Sam, and of course, he will be taking your reaction. Second 45 still to come. Stay here.
Looking from the window above, it's like a story of love. Can you hear me? All I needed was the little day. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew, only you.
with your friends over football is really, really cool. And but winning cash prizes over how much you know about the game is way cooler. And thanks to MTN, you stand a chance of winning in the MTN football promo. How do you win? I hear some of you ask out there. Well, let me break it down for you. It's quite easy. Just dial star 205 hash on your MTN line at a cost of 50 naira daily or 200 naira weekly to test how much you know about football stats, football facts and trivia, and be amongst the 5 lucky Nigerians to win an all-expense paid trip to Cameroon 2021. That really just got me going like wow out there when I hear this news. It's very simple. Like I said, just dial star 205 hash on your MTN line and you're on your way to go. And that's not all from MTN. 10 lucky Nigerians get a chance to win. Just going to take that message from MTN and we'll be right back.
With time. Test how much you know about football and be amongst the 5 lucky winners to win an all-expense paid trip to Cameroon 2021. 10,000 naira daily for 10 lucky winners and 1 million naira monthly.
Looking from a window above, it's like a story of love. Can you hear me? All I needed was a little bit. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew, only you.
About dialing stars 205 hash from your MTN line to stand a chance to win an all-expense paid trip to Cameroon for 5 lucky Nigerians. And that certainly isn't all. The fun doesn't stop there for MTN. 10 lucky Nigerians get to win 10,000 naira daily, 100,000 naira monthly, and one true Niger fan stands a chance to win 1 million naira. It is raining money so early in the year, and I am definitely participating in the MTN football promo. What a better way to begin the year than to win amazing prizes. Remember, it's simple. Just a dial star 205 hash now from your MTN line, star 205 hash right now. Terms and conditions certainly apply. Welcome back once again. I am Samuel David alongside me, and an amazing 45 minutes of football. Like I said earlier, Nigeria lead by 2-0. As it stands, progress guaranteed to the next round of the competition. Will be joining Cameroon and of course Morocco as the 3 sides now to have made it through to the next round of the competition, winning 2 out of 2 as well. I'm going to take the thoughts of Adesina David very, very quickly. I mean, it's been that sort of game, like I said, a professional performance from the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But from where you saw it, how would you describe it?
Well, I would describe that performance as a performance that was worthy of note. A performance that, well, it portends for more goals, certainly, because the Super Eagles of Nigeria had a lot of chances in that game where I felt that the attacking players were not really good and potent in the first half, but certainly it portends for more to come in the second half. Certainly they scored 2 in the first half, and it shows that maybe probably 1 more could come in the second half, and that's 3-0. They won their first game by 1-0, now scoring 2 in the first half against a lesser side in Sudan who have also not scored in their last 6 matches. Is something that you could say the Super Eagles have gotten better, scoring 2 goals in the first half. Second half potential for more, and I'm certainly expecting the Super Eagles to win this game and win it in an amazing manner, because the way they win this game in the second half, the way they play this game in the second half, would portend for more belief in how the team goes on into much of the games in the tournament. In the third game, they will certainly rest a lot of these players who played this game, and even the first game, they will bring in much of the French players in this squad to come and execute the third match. So I'm expecting. I enjoyed the first half, the way they played, but I was very, very not really happy with the way the attackers were not really potent, but they showed some elements of potency, but they were not really potent. 2 goals with lots of chances, and the manner at which Sudan defended was not really the best. Second goal was a shaky goal. Well, let's hope for much and much better from the Super Eagles side in the second half.
All right, hoping for more, but as it stands, Nigeria scaling through to the next round. Let's go through the statistics from the first 45 minutes of football, even as we get set for the second half. Match day commentary team of Overdose, and of course, so for my Egbamono standing by for you. Ball possession counts in favor of the Super Eagles, 61-39. That tells you the story. Total shots in the first half, 11 for Nigeria and 3 for Sudan. 6 of those 11 on target for Nigeria, 1 of 3 on target for Sudan. And looking at corner kick counts, 2-1 in favor of Nigeria. Big chances created, 2 for Nigeria, none for Sudan, and the 2 Nigeria scoring from the 2 chances. Nigeria have hit the woodwork once, none for Sudan. And the goalkeeper, Maduka Okoye, has had to make 1 save, while the goalkeeper for Sudan has had to make 3 saves in the game as well. Tells you how dominant the Super Eagles have really been in that game. We'll go to the phone lines and see if we can take 1 or 2 calls. 0700 993 993 993 01465 7190. That's our female line. What have you made of the first 45, and what do you think, or what are your expectations for the second half? Lost the connection there. Do well to call back. Good evening to you.
I'm Nigeria Limited.
Hi there, Mr. Frank. Good evening to you. Very quickly.
6 points done there down. It remains 3 points to go complete 9 points.
9, Abi.
Waiting I predict.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you did.
It's going.
All right then.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Frank, for calling. Appreciate you. Good evening to you.
Hello.
Hi, good evening. Very quickly.
Good evening. This is Moses calling from Ikotun.
All right, Moses, what have you made of the first 45?
I think Nigeria played great, and I'd like to see the second half. I think Nigeria is going to beat them 4-0.
Oh, 2 more goals in the second half.
Yeah.
All right, then. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Good evening to you.
Oh, good evening, Samuel.
Hi there. Good evening. Friday.
Yeah, see, Samuel, at this point, I think we should make a protest. All the money that General collected for Nigeria, we must return them.
Road time don't
We
pass
return us. That is a sign, I'm telling you.
All right.
So Nigeria Super Eagles is this good. We keep on drawing with Pirello and Chad and Zeke. That man must return all the money.
Okay. Thank you very much, Friday. I can't believe we're still dragging it raw into this. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Samuel.
Hi, good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Lola from Apapa.
All right, shoot.
Yeah, wow, Nigeria is actually, they're actually blowing my mind. Igbo did a great job bringing them together. I mean, his tactics, they're just awesome.
Yeah.
Like I think if he goes to the World Cup with the Super Eagles, I think he will get somewhere. Even if we don't win, at least we'll get somewhere. I'm sure about that.
Okay, but for this game, the AFCON...
Thanks for the commentary.
All right.
What?
All right, don't worry. Thank you very much for calling. Appreciate you indeed. One final call. Good evening to you. Hello? Hello? Right. Oh, apologies. I thought you weren't ready for me, but I'm going to take one final call now. Good evening to you.
Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening. What's your name?
Michael.
Welcome, Mike. Very quickly.
Yeah. Please, sir, who stabilized this Nigerian team?
Who did what?
Stabilized the team. Who said the team?
I'm not sure I understand what you're saying.
I talk is that's a former coach you're gonna write.
No, Gennaro has been fired. Eguavon is in charge.
I know, but it's the team of gonna write.
All right. I get your sentiments, but thank you very much. I'm sorry I have to let you go because the players are coming out for the second half. I'll then Garuwan will hand over to the commentary team of Overdose. And of course, Ufama Egbamina to take you through the next 45, hoping that the Super Eagles of Nigeria will score more and lead us to a very, very resounding victory. Keeping a clean sheet doing that. All right, over to Overdose and Ufama Egbamina for more from Super Eagles of Nigeria, leading 2-0 against the Sudanese national side. The second half is up next.
Let me know.
been set for the second 45 minutes right there in Gara. Nigeria holding a 2-goal cushion against their Sudanese opponents, even as we're about to see a double substitution right there effected by the Sudanese coach, who will be looking to have his side at least in a game and make things happen in some sort of way. Talking about Coach Buhantia, he is the head coach of the Sudanese national team. Good evening to you if you just tuned in. Nigeria also set to make a substitution of her own. Talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and it will come courtesy Alex Iwobi in jersey number 18, right there for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Well, of course, Samuel Chukwueze is the man who will make way for Coach Austin Cerezo Eguavo's side. So Alexander Iwobi coming on right there for the second half, and the game has started. The second 45 minutes right there in Garoua. I will serve you the players that have just come on for the Sudanese team, but Ufoma Egbamono is my sidekick on commentary duties for this one, and I will definitely want to find out from him what he expects in the second 45.
Well, what I expect is just a very simple, ensure that you keep the scoreline the way it is. If it's possible, you add to it. Ensure you can go in with a clean sheet, even as the Super Eagles gets their third goal.
Goodness. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, just straight from the start, have gotten a third goal, and it's the nonce man, Moses Simon, who has made it goal number 3, just as Ufoma was telling me what he expects. Moses Simon was saying, no, you just take it easy. Let me score this goal. And Nigeria have gotten goal number 3 right there with that one coming. God see Moses Simon. Great play from the Super Eagles, and it was a wonderful refreshment.
Refreshed by Coca-Cola.
Yes, indeed, a refreshing goal right there. And how did he just find the angle, beating the goalkeeper on his near side, Moses Simon, but putting it on the chest there, Ufoma. Nigeria have extended the lead.
Well, it was actually a brilliant goal there from Moses Simon. He's wanted it well enough. In the build-up play, the ball came into the area. Now a good shielding job there from Taiwo Awoniyi to block off his Sudanese opponent. But just as Taiwo was trying to turn after blocking off his marker to go onto the ball, he saw the nonce man, talking about Moses Simon, who looked like he wanted it more. He raced onto that free ball in the 18-yard area, put it on his chest, and of course rolled it underneath the arm of the Sudanese goalkeeper. Great start to the second 45, this particular one.
All right, so Nigeria getting the third goal right there very, very soon. We'll go straight to Emmanuel Etim, and of course to find out his reaction right there from the fans as well as the group right there in Garoua. The Super Eagles really comfortable in this one. But is it too early to say it's done and dusted, Ufoma? I mean, just right from the arm. But let me first get the thoughts of Emmanuel Etim. Emmanuel, just when we decided to start the second half, Moses Simon didn't allow us to settle in. He just got that third goal.
Well, as it was in the first half, it is in the second half. Overdose of Ufoma. It's just, the perfect way to kill an opposition. Just, take off that possibility of a fight back from the Sudanese team.
True that.
That's what they've done. Not an excellent first 45 display, but they were very effective. They've started the same way. It's got 2 goals now. I'm not sure many people would say after 2 games that they have that Moses Simon would be Nigeria's top scorer. That's the reality at the moment. Unexpected, the Tribune went completely gaga. He's one of the fans' favorites at the stadium and also in Cameroon, and such a lovable child. He's having a tournament of his life. I don't know what to say. And key thing is we still haven't considered the goal. We've scored 4 goals and we're yet to concede. I think gradually, like Ufoma said, he wouldn't be part of those who say Nigeria favorite, but these guys look like they can go all the way.
I agree with you, Mother. Let him.
Wow.
I'm very cautious at the moment now. To start talking about Nigeria being favorite tags. But I have to say, after 1.5 matches currently, because this second game is not done, Nigeria is the best team at the Africa Cup of Nations. From the way they play, the aggressive nature, the way they create opportunities. Of course, a few defensive issues here and there, better teams, better opportunities, maybe others will take it. But we can only worry about that later on. For now, it's been a great performance from the team, such that Moses Simon, I think, well-deserved goal from him. He was a thorn in the flesh for the Pharaohs in the first game. He's been an absolute joy to watch. Also, in this second encounter, remember, he created the very first goal for the man who's now been substituted,
Samuel
Chukwueze. And now, just you could argue that the ball, wasn't necessarily for him. It was Taiwo Awoniyi who was there at that point in time, shrugged off his marker, but just before Taiwo could get onto the ball, the pace of the man based in France was already there, got onto it, put it on his chest, and just when he looked like he was rolling close to where the goalkeeper was, he put it underneath the arms of the goalkeeper, and Nigeria are 3 goals up.
So Nigeria looking home and dry right there, talking about against Sudan in Karua. For those of you just tuning in, Coca-Cola serving us refreshments in this one, and what a refreshing goal that was from the Nantes man, Moses Simon. And of course, MTN surely excited about this one. Big supporters of Nigerian football, and they are part of our broadcast. Well, should I mention, it was a double substitution by Sudan. Majub Musa coming on for the number 11 man, Goma Abbas Omar. And of course, Al Golan Mo coming on from Musad Isa, as the Super Eagles look so comfortable. A clean sheet, like you heard from Emmanuel Etim, who is our eye right there at the stadium. And the Eagles are looking good. Here they come now. Olaino getting that pass from Iwobi and trudging down the right-hand side. Look at the pace from Olaino. Swings that one in. And of course, Moses Simon will chase and keep it in play, and does so excellently well. Still Moses Simon now. He's closely marshaled by Mustafa El Fadni. And now Zaidu Sanusi coming into the picture. But El Fadni will knock that one out for a throw to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. 51 minutes gone there. Nigeria 3, Sudan 0. I never saw the scoreline coming. I don't know if you at home did. Well, that is the reality. As Wilfred Ndidi now is the man in the box. It's still Wilfred Ndidi. The Sudanese will clear, but only as far as Joe Aribo picks it up now. Zaidu Sanusi down the left-hand side picks it up. It's a crossing, and it's Awadi. Oh, what a block. A corner kick to Nigeria, but then Taiwo Awoniyi with his left foot. He thought he had scored, but Mustafa Karsham with a very timely block. But what was he doing there?
Terrible defending there from Mustafa. It was a great cross into the box from Sanusi. Mustafa, in a bid to actually clear his lines with his head, ended up knocking that into the path of Taiwo Awoniyi from 2 yards out. Unfortunately, the Union Berlin man could not sort out his feet particularly well and early, but just when he took the shot, well, another of the Sudanese defenders blocked it off. Could have been the 4th goal, but only a corner kick is what the Super Eagles earn.
So the corner kick right there, won by the Super Eagles of Nigeria, courtesy of that block. Moses Simon will swing it in, punched by the goalkeeper, Ali Abdullah Esherin. And now Joe Aribo will pick it up and gives it back to Moses Simon. It's another cross from the Nantes man, and this one goes in deep. Kelechi Iheanacho will try to keep it in, but he just couldn't find the control to get that one still in play. But the Sudanese will have the goal kick.
Well, Overdose, if there's any criticism of Moses Simon, it is actually most times his delivery, his final balls into the box. I think that's one area, I did mention it before the start of the game, that's one area the man based in France would really need to improve upon. If he does it, he's got the pace and the trickery to actually be a world beater. All he just needs is that final delivery. We saw one of his crosser about a minute ago, not just good enough, when we had about 4 or 5 Nigerian Super Eagles players in the box waiting for it, but ended up not a great one there from Moses Simon. But take nothing away from him. Even as Kelechi Iheanacho steals the ball, this could be goal number 4.
Yes, it is goal number 4. And the referee says no, that was a foul. Kelechi Iheanacho did not hear the referee, and he's saying he didn't hear the whistle. Was it a foul or not?
Well,
he's asking.
Kelechi Iheanacho actually stole the ball from. I'm not sure that should be a foul, to be honest.
I think there was a slight push.
Well, I don't. Well,
I think there was a slight push from the Leicester man, Kelechi Iheanacho, who is still in bewilderment as to why the referee blew the whistle. But the referee
actually blew his whistle. So for the fact that he blew the whistle, that cancels out the goal. But here's me thinking he should not have. Well, he's listened to his colleagues who are actually in the VAR room, and they have actually ruled out the ball, ruled out the goal. So it's still Nigeria 3, but that was a great one there from Kelechi Iheanacho. Stole the ball from the edge of the left-hand flank, ran into the box and just whipped in a pass across the face of goal. The substitute, the Everton man, whose team were actually losing before we came into the studio. I don't know what that game actually ended in. Yep, they lost to Norwich.
Yeah, but 2-1.
Yep, one way or the other. He put that ball in the back of the net, but the referee says it won't count.
Well, in other results, it was Wolves 3, Southampton 1, just so you know, while Newcastle and Watford played a 1-1 draw. And of course, Man City beat Chelsea by 1-0.
And that's the end of the road. The Premier League is all but done and dusted in middle January.
You think so?
I think so. Why are you asking me? I think so. Chelsea are 13 points behind.
Anything is possible in football.
Please give me a break. Just give me a break.
That's what I've seen.
Of course,
that's what I believe.
Of course, anything is possible. That's a given.
Yeah.
Watch my word. I said all but done. Liverpool would need to win their 2 outstanding games to be 8 points behind Manchester City. For Chelsea, the league title, there's no chance at all for Chelsea. I do not see Chelsea clawing back 13 point difference between themselves and Manchester City.
An easy claim for Maduka Okoye right there from the Sudanese free kick as the Super Eagles come forward now. It's of course a wonderful one from Iheanacho to Taiwo Awoniyi. Taiwo Awoniyi is still with the ball. Opted to go for Moses Simon, but goes back to Joe Ayodele Aribo. And the man from Rangers, or who plays for Rangers, goes down. And it will be a free kick to the Super Eagles. Even as Joe Aribo is not happy. And he's telling the number 14 man, Al Rashid, hey, you don't rough handle me like that. I'm a fresh player. I was born fresh and clean. And his jersey is still clean, to say the least. Talking about Joe Ayodele Aribo. But it's a free kick to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Talking about one man who's fresh, you have to talk about Foscolo. Always looking fresh.
So why are you doing this to me?
Always looking fresh.
I'm actually donning a green jersey, of course reflecting Nigeria Super Eagles colors, but it's actually courtesy of the Cameroon consulate right here in Lagos. So I've got patches of Cameroon colors on it, but hey, I'm not a supporter of Cameroon. Let me just put that disclaimer out. It will be great to actually see the Super Eagles go on to the final and meet the indomitable Lions of Cameroon out there in Yaoundé and beat them by 3-0. That will be sweet revenge for 2000 Nations Cup that we lost.
Nigeria, Ghana, of course, hosted that Nations Cup. I remember Nigeria fielding players like JJ Okocha, players like Rafael Chukundukwe, players like Sunday Ogochukwu Elise, players like Nwankwo Kanu, and of course Victor Nosai Kpeba. Oh my goodness, memories for Cameroon. They had the likes of Mac Vivian Foy, had the likes of Patrick Mboma,
Samuel Eto'o,
Pius Ndiefi, Jeremy Njita.
It was a star-studded Cameroonian side, to be honest.
Very strong side.
One of the more brilliant finals we've actually seen at the Nations Cup.
Of course, it's Sudan. Who try? Oh my goodness, Maduka Okoye almost letting that one in. A bit of excitement from the Sparta Rotterdam shotstopper.
Yep.
But once that ball came in, he doesn't know how to block it, but at the second time of asking, just gathered the ball.
You know, that's a hallmark or a sign of some of the little bit of deficiencies we actually have in the team. As great as Maduka has actually been, you know, in his reflexes, you know, he's got those little moments where he can make those blunders that, you know, imagine the Sudanese was very close to him at that point in time when he dropped the ball. Possibly would have rolled it into an empty net. It's just a little difference between what we saw from Ederson, the Manchester City goalkeeper today. Chidozie, he was almost non-existent, so to speak, in the match. Really didn't have much to do. But just when he was called into action in the early stages of the second 45 minutes, Romelu Lukaku was through on goal at that point in time. You would think that, wow, that would have been Chelsea with the first goal. But he came out, made himself big, ensured that he cut off angles that Romelu Lukaku could put the ball. And Romelu Lukaku tried to, you know, open up his body and coil it into the right-hand side of Ederson. Ederson dived particularly well and saved that one. It was just about the only save he made in that particular game. But it was crucial because if Chelsea had scored, probably would have been talking about a totally different game. He made that save, and then Kevin De Bruyne went on to score a peach of a goal about 15 minutes left in the game, and Manchester City not only won but took 3 points off their rival, got for themselves 3 points, and extended their lead at the top of the Premier League table.
Well, talking about the lead, the Super Eagles are looking to extend their lead. They're 3-0 lead as Moses Simon with a wonderful cross in. But no, Super Eagles player in the box right there. Goals coming courtesy Samuel Chukwueze, Taiwo Awoni, and Moses Simon himself, the man who put that cross in. The last passage of play right there from Austin Cerezo Eguavoen to the side, but again, with so little time to the AFCON, Austin Eguavoen took the job. I was one of those who actually didn't expect so much from the Super Eagles, but really shocking to see how well they performed in the 2 games they've played so far. You think he can take us all the way to winning the trophy? Cerezo Eguavoen, Ufoma.
So I'm always
wary.
Yeah, when these kind of questions come. Overdose, it's a tournament game. You're going to play 6-7 matches or thereabout. So it's very, very possible. I'm not going to deny that fact. Sometimes you need a bit of luck. Sometimes you need the luck of the draw. You know, you don't face maybe the big guns up until you get to, say, the quarter or semi-final stages. You know, all of these need to come into play. You need to be good on the day. You know, just like as we were good on the day when we faced the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. Remember, in 2013.
Yeah.
Almost 9 out of every 10 neutrals you ask about that game will tell you simply that Nigeria were going to lose. I predicted that the Super Eagles were going to lose that particular game. In fact, the Nigerian Football Federation reportedly had already booked the flight of the Super Eagles for that night, you know, because they really did not think that we were going to get something out of
Cameroon.
it. But what happened?
Cote d'Ivoire.
On the day, we were just so good that Cote d'Ivoire looked like cannon fodders, and we beat them by 2-1. Thrashed Mali 4-0 in the semis. The rest, they say, is history when we faced Burkina Faso. So, on the basis of what I've seen after 62 minutes here and what I saw 90 minutes against the Pharaohs of Egypt, and considering also that the big guns in the tournament, Algeria and Senegal, haven't really lived up to the billing that we know them for. Considering also there's a Cameroon who might have the home advantage but are not a bad team, they're also a good team. I would say on paper right now Nigeria look like favorites, but remember, it's a totally different thing playing in the group stages and a totally different thing when you get into the knockout stages. You also have to be good. You can draw a game after 90 minutes, it gets into penalties, and you get knocked out. And all the good things you showed in the group stages, maybe you won 3 matches out of 3. It comes to nothing, you know, when it gets to that knockout stages. So I'm a bit cautious right now. I think there's good omen. We're seeing great signs. It feels like the team can actually do the business. You have hungry players who really want to make a mark in this competition. So yes, Nigeria can go all the way, but I'll be a little cautious right now.
Well, former Igbamino Foscolo refreshing our minds, even as Sudan have made yet another substitution. And it is Zoga, the number 8 man, who comes on for Yasin Hamed. I'm talking about refreshment. You can refresh courtesy Coca-Cola. As far as this game is concerned, we've been following the AFCON very closely and have been providing refreshment. And also a big shout out to MTN, sponsors, broadcast sponsors and partners of this year's AFCON. As the Super Eagles come forward, this time to Zaidu Sanusi. He's been pushed down, and yes, he wins the free kick right there. The number 14 man, Al Rashid, was the culprit that time, and the referee quite spot on, just being close to where that foul was committed. Blows for the free kick. So 64 minutes gone, and right there in Garua, still Nigeria leading, and handsomely so, by 3-0 against Sudan. And Moses Simon, who got the third goal, standing over this one alongside Zaidu Sanusi. And there we see a double substitution about to go down for the Super Eagles. Kelechi Nwakali and Ahmed Musa are the men to come on. And of course, Kelechi Iheanacho makes way as the captain, Ahmed Musa, comes on. And now Kelechi Nwakali will come on for Joe Aribo. Double substitution right there from Austin Eguavoen, former.
Good one there. Of course, this game has been won and lost. There's really nothing to do. It's a good opportunity to actually give 25 minutes, good playing time to some other players who might not be in the first 11. And that's what Cerezo is actually doing here, Austin Eguavoen. Kelechi Nwakali has been talked, a lot of his potentials has been talked about in the last number of years, even as Sudan come forward. What a great tackle there from the Porto man, Sanusi, to actually snuff out possible danger from Sudan. But talking about the substitute, I was talking about Kelechi Nwakali. A lot has been said about him. He really hasn't covered himself in glory, and he's got 25 minutes to actually, impress the manager ahead of possibly the third game, where Nigeria might not necessarily need points out of to actually make it not only qualifying from the group but also topping the group, which could come into play. Remember that when you top the group, on paper it looks like you might possibly get a favorable third
draw
when it comes to the round of 16. So Kelechi Nwakali and Ahmed Musa have got for themselves 25 minutes to make a mark.
Well, talking about the corner played in by Sudan, about the Super Eagles clear their lines. Even as Tia, the coach of the Sudanese, urging them to go forward. And the Sudanese player is in the box. Play will momentarily be stopped. He needs attention. And he has to be, I'm guessing, the number 6 man, Mustafa Kasham, on the turf. Even as Austin Eguavoen is backing instructions to Moses Simon, more like telling him what to do next in this game. But we look at that corner. I think once he went for that ball, just rose so high and missed out on it, and then landed quite painfully. The number 6 man for Sudan. So Nigeria, before this game, beating Sudan 8 times out of 14. Maybe he could make it 9 out of 15. But the referee has been ought to go to the VAR screen. It looks like Nigeria will concede a penalty here, as the referees in the VAR room have told the referee to go and find out if that was a penalty, some sort of pushing or some sort of foul in the box on that occasion. Why the Nigerian players wait to see if they will concede a penalty. And we look at that one again. Olaino is the man holding the shirt of the number 6 player. Is that going to be a penalty? I think he made a meal of it, the number 6 player for Sudan.
Well, he did make it, but I've seen it given, to be honest. I would not be surprised if the referee does give a penalty for that.
Yes, it is a penalty. And a yellow card to Ola Aina Ajayi. Temitayo Olufisayo. Ola Oluwa Aina getting a yellow card right there from the referee. He was holding the shirt of the number 6 man there. And that referee
is something that players do a lot, that tug of shirt in the area, and then but here's me also thinking that when VAR gets paused and showed in slow motion, certain events get blown out of proportion. It makes certain events look more harmful than they actually were. In real time, you could argue that maybe the stamp on the Sudanese player was just it wasn't intentional, but I think what is making the referee penalize Ola is the fact that is the shot tugging. That's something you think players should stop doing because camera angles are over there. VAR spotted it. He was tugging the Sudanese player, and the player actually made a meal out of it, and Nigeria conceded a penalty.
So the number 21 man, Waledin Kadri, scores the penalty right there for the team called Sudan. And they have now gotten a goal right there in Garua, pulling one back. Right there, the number 8 player, I should say, was the man who scored that goal for the team called Sudan.
Refreshed by Coca-Cola.
And so they reduce the deficit. Well taken penalty. Maduka Okoye clearly beaten there. But we still have a 2-goal lead for Madotri. 3-1.
Yes, we do have a 2-goal lead because the scores is actually 3-1 in favor of Nigeria's Super Eagles. But that was a well-taken penalty, a stun out of a penalty, I have to say. Sent Maduka Okoye the wrong way, and of course the height and pace. Even if he had gone that left-hand side of his goalpost where the ball went to, I'm not sure he would have actually gone. He would have actually saved that penalty. Well taken penalty. You could argue well spotted infringement in the box. Maybe this could be a bit of a lesson to the Nigerian players that you could be having the best form of your life, leading 1-0. 1 minute to the end of the match, your opponent have a free kick or a corner kick, the ball is brought into the box, you tug a player's shirt, well, VAR sees it and it's a penalty against you, and you give them an opportunity to equalize. Thankfully, we were already 3 goals up, so maybe this wouldn't necessarily be a bit of an issue. But from a Nigerian perspective, I don't think it's a great way to actually concede our very first goal.
Not a great way to concede your first goal, but the Super Eagles of Nigeria have conceded nonetheless, as Wilfred Ndidi goes 1, 2, 3. At the end of the day, he wins the free kick, quickly taken by the block there, and it will be a throw to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. 71 minutes of action, refreshment courtesy Coca-Cola, and of course MTN, broadcast sponsors and partners of this one, proud supporters of Nigerian football as they come forward. Nigeria now, but again it will be Sudan to clear their lines, only to give the ball back to the Super Eagles. Taiwo Awoniyi goes to the ground and wins the free kick. A challenge from Namer, the number 5 man, who is the captain of Sudan, bringing down Taiwo Awoniyi right there. And Nigeria will have a chance from this free kick close to the Sudanese penalty area. It's been intense stuff in the second half. 72 minutes gone. For those of you just tuned in, Nigeria got their goals through Samuel Chukwueze and Taiwo Awoniyi in the first half. And then at the start of the second, Moses Simon making it 3 before Waledin Kadri converted moments ago from the penalty spot after Olaina held the shirt off the Sudanese player. But Wakali going for glory there from that free kick. Quite ambitious.
Terrible, very, very ambitious and terrible decision there from Wakali. I was thinking with a lot of players in the box, should have been floating that one in. He tried to score from about 35 yards. Not sure it was the very best of decision and easy take for the Sudanese goalkeeper.
Well, now the ball is with Maduka Okoye after a long ball from Sudan. Trying to see if they could catch the Super Eagles unawares after the goalkeeper made a save. But now it's Wakali who has possession. Gets it all the way back to Kenneth Omeru, who plays a long one to Olaino. Aino now will find Iwobi. Back to Olaino. And of course, makes a run from the Torino man there. Olaino still moving. Gives the ball back to Alex Iwobi. Iwobi now will find, of course, the man called Ndidi. Ndidi now to Wakali as he switches it to Zaidu Sanusi. Now Moses Simon. He cuts in Moses Simon. It's a wonderful pass. A give and go. But Ahmed Musa wanting to engage in that 1-2 link-up play between Moses Simon and Ahmed Musa gone wrong there. But the Super Eagles still have possession now. Wilfred Ndidi trudging forward, finds Alex Iwobi. It's Iwobi now looking for the pass there. But the Sudanese will clear only as far as Kelechi Wakali, who mops it up. And they will recycle play. Now it is Kenneth Omeru involved in the action. Ola Aino now with the ball. Mr. Lulu, as he's fondly known in the Super Eagles team. He finds Alex Iwobi. It's a wonderful strike there. And Taiwo Awoni,
I thought it was a goal.
not being able to bury that one. A great pass from Alex Iwobi. Looking at it first time, you would have thought it was a goal, but again, it just narrowly missed the target there from the Union Berlin man. And a goal kick to Sudan on that occasion.
Overdose, it was a brilliant move. Great interchange of passings there from Nigeria, building from behind. And of course, when he got to Alex Iwobi, he picked the spot, put that ball in that channel because he saw the Union Berlin striker, Taiwo Awoniyi, who, by the way, has gotten a goal in this game, even though it was some from fortuitous play. But then he wouldn't care, ran in behind his marker there. Great pass from Iwobi to spot him, and then he hit a one-time shot. Just couldn't get the right angle. I was here celebrating already, applauding. Unfortunately, it was the back of the net from the other way that the ball actually hit.
All right, talking about the reaction of the fans once that penalty was confirmed. Let's go to our eye at the stadium now. Talking about Emmanuel Etim as Alex Iwobi comes forward. Ahmed Musa now. It's Taiwo Awoniyi, but he gives away possession almost immediately, trying to find something to do there. But Emmanuel, what was the reaction of the fans, especially those loving the Super Eagles once that penalty was confirmed and the Sudanese converted?
Well, disappointed. They wanted to keep a clean sheet. That's the drive. That's the goal. It's not the best way to consider goal, like Kupama reiterated. And the manager was a bit injured, not what the cameras caught, but it's not a bit disappointed from my vintage position. But again, I think, in fairness to the Sudanese overdose, they worked hard for that pressure moment. It would have been hard for them to leave the stadium without hurting the Nigerian team, and I think the best way they could do it is simply just find a way to get a penalty, which was well controlled. There was just pieces around me by fellow colleagues, those frustration. And finally we succeeded. But that said, I think the mindset of the players is still at ease. They've been better, I think, in the second 45, despite the fact that this has been the half that they've considered the ball. I've enjoyed them more than I did in the first half.
All right, thank you very much, Emmanuel Etim. Doing a great job right there, letting in on, of course, the happenings, those that we can't see on the TV screens. And that's why when you have this dial 993 Nigeria Info, you've got wonderful commentaries coming away, Katsi, myself, and Ufoma Igbamino. You also have refreshment in the form of Coca-Cola and MTN also, our broadcast partners, being part of this one as the Super Eagles come forward now. It is a wonderful one for Taiwo Awoniyi. He's still moving. He finds Alex Iwobi, who will find Ahmed Musa. Back to Iwobi in the box now. The Super Eagles of Nigeria looking to add goal number 4. Iwobi will wait for a line not to overlap, and he gets that ball in. But the header to clear the danger from Sudan comes all the way to the captain now, Ahmed Musa. But Sudan will go down. Kenneth Omeru not happy with the way the Sudanese trying to take advantage of that one, but they win a free kick there. 78 minutes of action. Nigeria still leading by 3-1 against Sudan. But times in the game, Mufoma, you just feel the Super Eagles will do something with the possession, and just when you least expect, the Sudanese just come away with it.
Well, you have to agree that a few times here and there, the Super Eagles have been guilty of giving away possession unnecessarily. We just saw one loose ball from Ahmed Musa. We actually had the advantage, so to speak, in an attempt to actually find Kenneth Omero, who was behind. He ended up gifting the possession to Sudan, and Omero's attempt to actually get onto the short pass from Ahmed Musa ensured he committed a free kick. I thought he was a bit lucky not to get a yellow card at that point in time, but the referee really deemed it fit. But I've also enjoyed, the interchange of passes between Alex Iwobi, Ahmed Musa, Taiwo Woni. Every time they just go forward with pace, it just feels like something is going to happen. It's been brilliant watching the team, and it can only get better, I have to say.
Well, the Super Eagles of Nigeria also looking to get that fourth goal just moments ago. As Moses Simon now. We've hardly seen him do his magic down the left-hand side in this second half. After that goal, seemed to have gone fairly quiet in the game. But part of the players on the pitch now, as Olaino gets the ball from Trust Ekong. The Torino man still in possession. Finds Kelechi Nwakali close to the center circle. A long ball now to switch play. And Zaidu Sanusi is in possession now, trudging forward. Full purpose, all aimed at increasing the tally for Nigeria. And now it's Wakali who will get the ball off Ndidi and finds Moses Simon, but his turn does not materialize. And Sudan will come clear through their captain, Neymar. A long ball in, finds the goal scorer. And of course, he gives it to the number 12 man, El Fledni. El Fledni now will get across to the number 14 man, talking about Al Rashid. It's another crossing, but a very, very timely interception there. If the Sudanese player had met it, it would have been a second goal for them, but Sudan are relentless. They come forward again. This time it's a chip into the area, looking for the run of, I think it was Omar Abdul Razik. But again, that one does not come to fruition, but what a wonderful play. We see the number 12 man with that crossing. I think it was Maduka Okoye just pushed that one away.
So what actually happened when that pass came into the box? Maduka Okoye wasn't particularly certain what he was going to do, because you saw Kenneth Omero stick out his leg, and then the Sudanese player himself also trying to also get onto the end of that one. So he wasn't sure. He was actually waiting to see if there was going to be connection to it. There wasn't, but it was a great reflex action from him to actually, get his hands onto it and ensure that the ball didn't roll past him and get onto another Sudanese player. A danger moment, I have to say, at that point in time, even as they steal the possession once again, talking about the Super Eagles.
Yes, they steal the possession and come away this time to Zaidu Sanusi. Wonderful play. Sadiq Kumar has come onto the pitch. He replaced Taiwo Amoni, and his pass finds Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi now with a ponytail, looking to cause so much problems. But this time opts for Wakali. Wakali will go back to Zaidu Sanusi. Zaidu Sanusi now to Umar. But the Sudanese clear the ball only as far as Omero, who will find Trust Ekong. Ekong now goes down the right to find Olaino. It's Olaino who skips past one. Still Olaino looking to find, of course, Alex Iwobi with that pass. But Sudan clear. And the Super Eagles pick it up again almost immediately. This Super Eagles team, we believe they can do it. It's Ahmed Musa to Sadiq Kumar. Can he keep it in? No, he doesn't. And out for a goal kick right there to Sudan.
Sadiq Umar, the substitute who just came on about 2 minutes ago, just couldn't sort out his feet correctly. Great run from the substantive captain of the side, Ahmed Musa, even though I'm not sure he took the captain's armband when he got onto the field of play. Great run from him to get past his markers, tried to set up the lanky, tall striker Umar, but the man just couldn't sort out his feet particularly well, and he's not got pace, not one of his greatest strengths. So that ball rolled out of touch for a goal kick.
Well, now the ball is back in play, and this time it's Zaidu Sanusi looking for Ahmed Musa, but again Moses Simon will race. Oh, great skill from Moses Simon, and he's still in possession. Now to Wilfred Ndidi. The Super Eagles looking to see if they can add one final goal that will be the icing on the cake in what has been a dominant performance. Sanusi now finds Sadiq Umar. Umar still holding up play, and he's brought down by the number 5 man, Nema, the captain of Sudan. And free kick to the Super Eagles with 7 minutes left to play. Well, great play from the Super Eagles. And the good thing about this team, they lose the ball and almost immediately they get back possession.
Yep, that's the aggression. That's the can-do spirit. Everybody, fighting for their teammates. And we just saw a replay of that pirouette from the man who I would think would win the man of the match. Talking about Moses Simon. He's been critical in 2 great opportunities for the Super Eagles. Created the first, scored the third, which could turn out to be the winner. And here could be another chance for the Super Eagles.
It could be another chance. A hasty clearance off his line and outside the box there from Abdullah Abdul Shin, the goalkeeper of Sudan. It was a hasty one from him. William Trust Ekong was actually the man looking to put him under pressure. You begin to wonder what he was doing that long way up the field. But, of course, great skill there. Wilfred Ndidi as the throw is taken by Nigeria. Now, Zaidu Sanusi down this left-hand side. He will channel his energy towards making sure they get a goal. Ahmed Musa now involved. Back to Moses Simon. Simon now to Wakali. It's all Nigeria, no Sudan. It's all green, no red. And, of course, it's Sadiq Umar there. But again, I think it was too early. Zaidu Sanusi, I should say, looking to keep the ball in play, but just was not quick enough to stop that one from going out. The ball was too hard once it was played to his direction. But the Super Eagles win possession again, and it's Sadiq Umar galloping and also falling down in the box there. Well, being tall is good, but sometimes being too tall comes with its own disadvantages. And in his efforts to get to that ball there, just tumbles over and maybe catches the leg of the Sudan captain. But as we're about to see another substitution, the number 18 man, Omar Abdallah Sharif, is about to come on for Sudan with 5 minutes left to play right there in Garoua, Cameroon. The Super Eagles 5 minutes away from qualifying for the round of 16. The Super Eagles dominant in the first game against Egypt and also dominant in this second game against Sudan. As we see that again on replay, catching the leg of the Sudanese captain. So much pain he is in at the moment. Nema. His full name is, of course, Salah Eldin Neymar.
Just as we are, one of the Sudanese players actually down on the turf, getting treated in the 87 minutes. A quick time to actually, this would be rare for me. It's not something I'm used to doing, but I'm one person who likes to give credit when it's due, and of course criticize when you've messed things up. For all of the criticisms, and there are so many that the Nigerian Football Federation has actually had, you have to also credit them for the way they've actually gone about age grade football, at least over the last 7-8 years. The nucleus, or you could say about 6 or 7 players on this team, are actually products of Nigeria's under 17 from 2013, and of course the 2015 World Cup.
Yeah,
the likes
2018 World Cup.
No, I'm talking about under 17.
Under 17,
now.
okay,
yeah,
okay.
The likes of Kelechi Iheanacho. Remember that Taiwo Awoniyi were teammates at
Isaac
that particular
Success as well.
Exactly. There's Wilfred Ndidi, who's also a product of age grade competition.
Exactly.
There's Samuel Chukwueze. There's even Kelechi Nwakali. Remember Victor Osimhen too was part of the 2015 set. Though he's not in this competition as a result of injuries and COVID, but you see that progression is something we've always talked about. It's really not just about taking old players and going to win age grade competitions, and at the end of the day it becomes a bit of a problem for them to translate. I agree, not every or majority of age grade team players will get into the national team, but if you have 4, 5, 6 of these players, then it's a lot. Remember that Ghana did all they did at the 2010 World Cup because a lot of the players at that particular time, were graduates from their under 20 team that had actually dazzled the world just a few years earlier. When you add the nucleus of that team to old players, who have got experience, that mix, is able to do something for you. And I look at this team right now, I'm giving credit to the Nigerian Football Federation for, of course, what they've done. The previous board, actually, for the 2013 set, and then the Amaju Pinnick-led board for 2015 and possibly 2017.
All right, so the substitution eventually coming to fruition there. Sharif Omar Abdallah, the number 18 man, coming on for Omar Abdul Razig, the Al Hilal player, with 89 minutes on the clock. Nigeria looking like one of the firm favorites for this year's African Cup of Nations, the 33rd edition. There was some concern with the likes of Ojo Gallo, as well as Victor Osimhen not being part of this one. Not forgetting Emmanuel Dennis, as of course Moses Simon charges forward, but this time the Sudanese will clear their lines. And out for a throw into Sudan. Nigeria surely have been able to calm the fears of fans, both home and abroad, with the display that they've been able to serve us in the first two games. Was more worried with how they will play against Egypt, but they came out victorious. And today, an even much more assured display as Ahmed Musa has the ball now. The captain of the Super Eagles finds Alex Iwobi with 4 minutes of added time given. Right there in Garoua. Iwobi now will go all the way to find Wilfred Ndidi. It's another pass. And this time, it will be Kelechi Nwakali to pick it up. Goes all the way back to Kenneth Omeru. Omeru now back to Nwakali and Omeru again as he clears long. But clears also out of play for throw into Sudan. If there were any concerns the Super Eagles team had, or you had about this team going to the AFCON, would you say they've been able to allay them with their performance so far?
Going forward, middle of the pack, I would say I've been impressed, with the play in the middle of the pack, the way the interchange of the midfield and the attack, the pace, with which we've been attacking going forward. But in terms of our defensive prowess, the fears I still have them. I'm not sure, that our captain, talking about William Troost Ekong, he's not got the pace anymore. He's not in the very best of forms, to be very honest, and that worries me a little bit. And then my second and most important worry is the goalkeeper Maduka Okoye. He doesn't inspire confidence. He's not that, there are certain players you have, just the way Chelsea fans can just literally go to sleep, knowing that they have Edward Mendy at the back who can, pull out fire saves, or who can just with one save ensure that they remain in a game. I don't have that kind of I know he's young, he's 22, he can only get better, but just as we saw in this particular game, something that should not have been an issue, ball way up, he should have gathered particularly well. Well, he didn't, he spilled it, and fortunately for him, there were no Sudanese players just around him. If not, that person would have just rolled the ball into the back of the net. So defensively, I still feel we're a bit suspect. Maybe, just maybe, that could be our Achilles heel. But going forward, middle of the pack, I like the Wilfred Ndidi Aribo connection in the middle of the pack. I love the way what's his name, Olaino, bombs down that right hand flank. I like the way he takes on players with his pace. Zaidu Sanisi has done a fantastic job on the left hand side. That's talking about the wing.
The left back
and the right back.
Yeah.
I like pacey
the
wingers.
way they join up with the attack.
Exactly. Olaino joins Samuel Chukwueze, who was there. Sanusi joins what's his name? Moses Simon. So it's been brilliant on that front. That my little worry has actually been, defensively. And good news for us,
Yeah.
a lot over the last 18 months, one of Nigeria Super Eagles' biggest problems have actually been how cautious we've been, how lethargic we've been, how out of ideas, the team has actually been such that even when we win 1-0, 2-0, the play is so terrible. You're asking yourself, am I waiting at the watch soon? It's not been so after the 2 games we've seen at the Nations Cup. A breath of fresh air, and kudos to Austin Eguavon, who, by the way, captained this team on the day when Nigeria beat Zambia by 2-1 out there in Tunisia, 1994.
Well, the Sudanese are looking to see what they can do as they come forward now. Al Ghazonu, the number 22 man who just came on, was looking to find his compatriot down the left-hand side, the number 14 man, Al Rashid. But in the end, that ball goes out. 3 minutes plus. At any moment from now, the referee will blow the final whistle. Even as I go to Emmanuel, right then, Garwa. A final whistle has come from the referee. And it's all over. Nigeria have booked a place in the next round of the 33rd edition of the African Cup of Nations. Starting on a bright note, that first goal in the 3rd minute from Samuel Chukwueze. And then towards the end of the first half, Taiwan winning, doubling our advantage. The coast became even more clearer with the start of the second as the Nantes player Moses Simon added the 3rd. Sudan would later get a goal through Safo from the penalty spot after Alaino was shot to hold the shirt of the opponent in the box. But it was no more than a consolation and no more than the Super Eagles deserved. The full time, and right then, Garwa. It's ended after 90 minutes of wonderful action. Nigeria 3, Sudan 1. Emmanuel Etim, your summation on this one. I know you'll definitely be linking up with the coach, Austin Cerezo Eguavon, as well as the players after this one. But what a performance from the Super Eagles.
He's already walking to the...
He already has his bag.
This is the part I love about covering a football game live.
I've got my bag on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to head down to the press
conference. You're rushing so that you get a good space, It's really crazy. I haven't done it in a long while. Kudos to you guys, man.
The players are having fun. They're embracing themselves, like you rightly called it, qualification achieved for the Nigerian team. What can I say about those? We'll talk about how they underperformed after they scored the goal. That would be my question to the coach, if I'm given the opportunity to ask. And we'll build up to the final group game that would solidify our performance. And, somehow, just for the record, secure all 9 points before the round of 64. We're happy. We're excited. It's always a thing of joy covering any national team and seeing the team progress to the next stage. So, from my point, I don't care if we've conceded. I'm happy that we'll be here for the next 2 weeks.
So, like you always say, it's a result and not a scoreline.
Thank you.
All right, so there you have it. Emmanuel Etim, big thanks to you for being our third eye right there. Even as myself and Ufoma have thoroughly enjoyed the action. MTN, proud supporters of Nigerian football, fully back in the broadcast. And of course, the refreshment coming courtesy Coca-Cola as well. Okorochi Chidozie Jeffer's the name. Big thanks to Ufoma Igbamunu, who's been my sidekick on the broadcast for today. You can catch me on my socials at I am OVADOZE. Of course, you can also catch him at Ufoma Igbamunu as well.
Nah, it's not Ufoma.
What's
Okay, Ufoma Igbamunu is actually my Facebook handle, but
yeah.
I'm more active on Twitter.
At Foskolo. Foskolo.
F-O-S-K.
What brought about Foskolo?
It's actually a nickname.
Okay.
A neighbor gave me that nickname when I was 2 years old.
Wow.
My mom still calls me that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's the name my mom calls me. So it's Foskolo. F-O-S-K-O-L-O.
All right. So Foskolo. Ufoma Igbamunu, big thanks to you. And big thanks to you out there. Let's celebrate Nigeria making things happen in style. And they've won this one by 3-1.
Looking from a window above, it's like a story of love. Can you hear me? All I needed was a little bit. All I needed for a Can you hear me? All I needed was another day. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew.